What is up, everybody? It is the Oracle at Motion here, doing a New Year's tarot reading for all of my Cancers. Jumping right into it, your Oracle card for the new year of 2019 is Rhythm. This is all about kind of getting in sync with life. There's a lot of green in this card. Green is relative to the heart chakra, so getting in rhythm with your heart, kind of following the beat of your heart, which is like a drum, let it set the tone for your whole life. There's kind of some tinges of light blue, so making the words that you communicate a song of your heart, really carrying your message to everybody. For a sigil for you, you have vibration, kind of living your vibe of your heart. And here's the thing, if you don't like how your world around you is, it's largely because you're not living to the rhythm of your heart. You're likely squelching your vibration because of the people around you, or not wanting to upset the apple cart, as the saying goes. The other element of it is your vibration might need more work than you are aware of. You might have more work to do to get into the rhythm of everything. There's also some tinges of purple, which is kind of getting into the rhythm of the spirit, the universe, the Tao, the mysteries, whatever you want to call it. There's a little bit of orange, getting into that creative rhythm. You have to cultivate a life that reflects the life that you want to live, and I think a lot of people forget that. And when you start setting up patterns when things aren't instantly how you want it to be, it's really easy to get dissuaded. But a large portion of law of attraction, as much as I'm not a fan of it, is living the life that you want and letting the answers and letting the spaces be filled in by the mysteries when it so sees fit. And with that, I'm going to shuffle your cards. While I'm doing that, I want to take the time to say to like this video, subscribe to my channel, check out the description below to check out the podcast version of this, and also to book a reading, or even just to donate like $1 or 50 cents for me kicking down these readings. I'm going to be doing a reading by month for the collective as well, and then I'll get back to doing some weekly readings for various whatnottery. And your very first card is Where Can You Benefit? So right off the rip, you have 12, which is the Hangman in traditional tarot. This is largely about getting a different perspective on everything, and it's also about kind of taking a pause and suspending the action that you're taking. So you can take a benefit by taking a pause in your rhythm. Here's the thing, like when we think of music, we think largely about the notes, but the space in between the notes is just as important as the notes themselves. So if we're constantly pushing forward and kind of like shredding on a guitar or whatever, but with our life, eventually it's going to get very dull and boring, and we're going to wear ourselves out. So if we don't take this time to pause, get a different perspective, appreciate the silence, and kind of build tension with that, we're never going to get the full beauty of our song. There is a famous quote by somebody who I don't recall, and I don't remember the quote verbatim. This slowly or quickly descended into debauchery. But the basic premise of it is the thing that makes a musician great is the pauses. So learning how to create pause in your rhythm is essential. Moving on from there, we are going to go to what do you need to think about? You have the Six of Stones coming up. Stones is about emotions, and it's relative to cups in traditional tarot. As you can see, this person is looking in the mirror and they have this fractured sense of self. So how we see ourselves directly creates our rhythm. And if you view kind of like your perception as a tuning fork for your life, when you have a distorted perception, your rhythm is going to come out distorted. Think of it as something obstructing the ability for something to vibrate. It will be muffled. And if we're having this kind of distorted sense of self, we're muffling ourselves from getting the best opportunity that we want. clear up your sense of self, get in rhythm with everything, and understand it. That's the other thing, too. If you've ever actually played music, if you have a distorted sense of what's going on, you're out of sync with everything else that's going on. I read something recently that sanity is being in harmony with reality. And if we're in harmony with reality, we're in rhythm with it. So oftentimes we're fighting against reality. And getting in rhythm and finding vibration is about being in harmony with it and understanding how we can use that harmony to manifest the things that we want in our life. So yeah, what do you need to think about? How you're misconstruing yourself, where you can see yourself more clearly so you can get into better harmony. What do you need to do? This card has come up in this position again, and it's interesting with how well I shuffle these. You have 21, the World card. You have to end this cycle. You have to end this song that you're playing now, this disharmonious rhythm, or this rhythm, maybe not even disharmonious, maybe this rhythm that isn't your truest rhythm or isn't the best expression of your rhythm, and begin a whole new song. Maybe it's the transition from one part of this jam band song to the next where it just takes it up to the next notch. But be prepared for this switch. Be prepared for this vibration to kind of excel to the next level, for like changing the pitch of your scale to getting it that much higher and drawing that much more of what you want into life. Like attracts like, and when you realize you're on this, when you realize your life is spiraling into control, good things are going to come to you. Red is relative, the red of the serpent is relative to the material world, and it's kind of the end of the material world being swallowed by this new beginning of the material world. Serpents are symbols of wisdom, and this is kind of like the wisdom of the material world. What do you need to do? You need to get a better understanding of how you see reality so you can get in this better rhythm with it, so you can vibe with it better to create more of what you want. And then finally, the challenge for you. So the challenge for you here is it's strength. Let me move this over. That glare, I'm going to have to move my lamp. Let me scooch it over just a little bit more. So it's strength, and it's this bear crushing the drum. So the thing that we really have to focus on in all of this is not trying to overpower our rhythm. And again, it goes into the pause of this first off, and also the gentleness of allowing. Think of it this way. If a band is playing together and everybody else is staying in one rhythm and we try to force everybody else to change without like doing it subtly, we're going to destroy the song. Just like if we're trying to create something in our new reality and we're pushing forward and pushing so hard, we break what we're trying to do. So sometimes it's about pause, sometimes it's about subtle transition, sometimes it's about following the cues, it's about nuance. Getting in rhythm is knowing how to play what we're playing. Like if you're playing in a ska band, you're not going to play heavy metal. It just isn't going to sound right. Unless you're Metaskopheles, who's like a satanic ska band, which is completely off on a tangent. I don't know why that came into my mind, but it did. Anyhow, you don't want to overpower everything. The other element of this card, too, is... so if you view the bear as the symbol of hibernation, which is one of the things we most often kind of take with it, if you take your rest, don't come back with such ferocity that you overpower everything. You have to do this build-up, tension and release kind of thing. Finally, the last thing I'll say about this is there's this kind of murky yellow in there. And a lot of times we try to overpower things when we don't have a good understanding of ourselves. When we have self-confidence, we can allow patience and we can allow persistence without having to overpower everything. I really feel that I've kind of illuminated this whole reading for you. If you haven't liked this video already, like it. What are you doing, people? Come on now. Subscribe to this channel. I'm going to be giving you high-quality tarot readings where you can see the cards clearly, and I break it down for you in a logical way. You're going to get blasted with some sigils that are helpful. And it's just going to be a good time. Remember to check out the Reading for the Collective. Check out the Tarotcast, Tarot Readings to Go. And also check out the description for this video and see how you can contribute to me continuing to do this. With that, Happy New Year, love, light, and respect. Peace.